Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Media. I am Dr. Nik Nikam. In this presentation, we are going to look at JETSON NANO Super AI Computer by Nvidia, which has the capability of processing 1 trillion bits of information per second. This fits in the palm of any given individual, and the best thing is it's only $249. It's readily available in the market. It was just announced a week ago by Jason Huang, and we're going to go straight to Jason Huang's house and look at the launching of this JETSON Nano Super AI Computer.
Hi, welcome to my house. Saw the last time you were in my kitchen. Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, our brand new AI computer. Look at this. I think I might have cooked it a little bit too long. It shrunk. The little tiny JETSON Nano. Little orange computer. This thing that's really amazing is that a long time ago, starting with Xavier, you guys might have known, that we created a brand new type of processor. It was a robotics processor. Nobody understood what we were building at the time. And we imagined that someday these deep learning models would evolve and we would have, robots of all kinds. Everything that moves would be robotic. And now here we are. We're seeing all kinds of amazing robots. Robots on wheels, robots on legs, 2 legs, 3 legs. And of course, general humanoid robotics are nearly upon us. This is a brand new JETSON Nano Super. Almost 70 trillion operations per second. 25 watts. And $249. It runs everything that the HGX does, even runs large language models, and can't wait for all of you to try it. It's available everywhere. Go get it. Enjoy robotics.
Which can revolutionize multiple industries, which we're going to be covering about in a minute. But we're going to look at some basic information about JETSON Nano Super AI Computer and see what it is capable of, what does it come with, what extra things you need, how do you get them started, and what are the areas where it might find to be most beneficial in real-time applications. Okay, here are most of the time when you get a motherboard, it is huge, it's bulky, and when you add all the stuff to that, the computer becomes so big and this heavy. But today, just like MacBook Air, the components all can be put together in a very small, compact object which you can hold in your hand. That's the beauty of this. Let's look at this. Here is a slot for a micro SD. Now, slot number 1. This is where you insert the micro SD to get the operating system loaded on. Then we have an expansion slot if we want to add any expansion cords. Then there's a power indicator. Number 3 is a power indicator that the computer is on. Then USB port for data only. I don't know why they have USB-C port for data only, but anyway, it has a gigabit Ethernet port here. This is the Ethernet port. Then we have 4 USB 3.1 A ports, which is plenty, and you can always add an extra port which can add another 10 extra ports if needed. The beauty of it is you can connect external SSD drives and your storage capacity will be unlimited. Plus, since most of this clouding work is done in the cloud, nowadays you don't need so much hardware on your desk to process the information. And because of its ability, its speed, and if you have a gigabyte internet, you can process most of these things in real time based on a cloud storage. And of course, number 7 is the display port, which appears to be like a HDMI port. And then we have the DC power supply, which goes in here. Then this is a camera connection. Number 9, there's a camera connection for this one. And the best part is the price is $249. I think it's a real bargain. This is the best thing I have ever seen since the introduction of Dell computers. What's included in the box? Of course, we have this the whole computer included in that, reference carrier board, which is the Internet port 802.11 plugin, power supply, and a paper with quick start support. So those are the things that are included in the system. And the items that are not included are the micro SD card, which you insert. Where is this? You insert the micro SD card to read the system data. Then, of course, you have to get an external USB keyboard and mouse, which you can attach it to any one of the USB ports, and you'll be up and going. And once you connect a computer monitor, you can put this box behind your computer monitor and everything will be up and ready to go. $249. You can't beat that. So when you get the system, you need to update the firmware. Just like any other system, like when you get Windows, after you install Windows, it will say, do you want to update your Windows? Same way, I think once you get a system and you install the firmware, automatically it will ask you to update so that it will have the latest features and any bug corrections so that your system will be up and running smoothly from the day one. Setup. Insert the micro SD card with the system image already written to it. So the SD card will already have the image of the operating system, and that you need to load onto the system, and then it needs to be connected to the internet so that you can update the drivers and all the other changes that have happened since the software was written to the SD card. Then you will be up and running. All right. So here are some of the ways to set up your power supply, and you can look through that. And all of this information is on the Nvidia website, which I'm going to show you in a minute how to access that one. Okay, let's move on, and you find your ways. So it gives you all the different, this one, it also has a JETSON AI lab connection where you can connect your LLMs, large language modules, so that you will be able to integrate your work with AI backend support. Here's the website, Nvidia, developer Nvidia embedded frequently asked questions, and here's the JETSON NANO, and you can click on here and you can go look through the entire website. I would do that one, watch a few videos on how to get the system get started and going so that you won't be struggling too hard to set up your system. Now, you can almost become a computer geek by just buying this product, hooking up the keyboard, the mouse, and the monitor, and the internet. You'll be ready to go, and your computer should be up and running. Of course, you have to load the firmware, and once you do that, you do that anyway. When you get computer in olden days, you had to load Windows, but now they all come preloaded. Going from research and network and neural networks, training and programming and nanification, nano, micro, minimization of the transistors. Now Nvidia has a computer which you can hold in your palm that can process 1 trillion transactions per second, which is mind-boggling. And now we're going to look at some real-time examples as where is this useful? What are the locations where it's going to be useful? First of all, we need to understand what is the big driving power in this Nvidia JETSON Nano AI computer. Number one, its ability to detect objects. If you connect a camera, like for a surveillance camera, like you're having a big concert or something, and you have a surveillance camera, you want to look through the entire 20,000 people, make sure there are no bad elements, and this can do that because one, it has the ability to process data 1 trillion times a second, which is faster than any computer can do today. Number two, It also has the AI intelligence, which helps it to organize the information so that you get to the good elements and the bad elements. It also helps to identify objects based on multiple points. Think of it like if you have a pocket camera which can take 2 megapixel pictures and compare that to Nikon D50, which takes 45 megapixels pictures, and you put them side by side, you see the difference, because the picture from the camera has only 2 megapixels, whereas the same information from that site is packed into 45 megapixels. That means it has a lot more information, so you can really get really fine details of the images. Combine that with super fast computer speed, you have a unique system which no other system can really beat. As a result, you don't need to label these research animals. The computer itself will identify these through their special characteristics, because it can monitor so many data points. And that's one of the reasons why this nano computer with AI capability and super fast speed and processing power, it can store all this information, and it can identify people in the street, every object, license plate with super great precision. And let's look at numerous applications where they can far exceed the fastest available computer in the market today. When we are talking about image processing, identifying people, as you can see, it's just when it looks at the eye, it may be correcting so many data points which no other computer can do. So the precision with which this JETSON Nano can identify a person is far superior to anything else we can talk about. Robotics and autonomous systems, they require a large amount of computing. They require very fast computing, and that's where this nano computer is going to be useful. Another location would be monitoring multiple devices, like home security or security in a sports arena, where security is very important. This is a place where this computer would be useful. The other one is edge computing, the advantage of digital devices. You can have a whole number of digital devices all doing different things, and it can collect all that information and correlate each one of them and get the desired results. Education, it can become a much better instructor in terms of educating the next generation of students. Same thing, it comes with like animation, games, automation. You know, most cars are moving into autopilot, and this is where this nano computer can take over most of the functions of the car by its ability to process data fast, its ability to process trillions of bits of information, and also store that information using AI for future learning. Healthcare involves trillions of bits of information coming from so many different sources. For example, if you're talking about looking at medication research, or if you're talking about just billing for a patient hospital stay, the data that is collected is enormous, and these things can be processed using this nano computer in a much faster way. And of course, all the game loving people will just love this one, because now they can have much better control over their game. It can work as fast as their brain can think, and that's where I think this nano computer is going to excel in gaming industry compared to most other things we have. So ladies and gentlemen, this is a very quick overview of JETSON Nano Super AI Computer by Nvidia, which has the capability to process 1 trillion transactions a second, and it costs only $249. Why don't you check it out in your get one and become a computer geek and hook up a monitor, a keyboard, a mouse, load the operating system, and see for yourself how it works. Thank you so much for watching. You have been watching the Triple N Media. I am Nik Nikam, in this presentation. Nik Nikam, we will see you in the next presentation. Bye.